Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to start off playing with pastels. And I'm going to do a small series, quote unquote, on all kinds of different pastels. I have pan pastels today, and I have regular pastels, and I have water-soluble pastels. So there'll be three to four different videos, but I'm going to show you the traditional way that you use them and what you do. And then I'm going to show you some ways that you can also use them that maybe aren't so traditional as far as pastels go. So let me show you first. I have three cases. You can get these cases. I believe they buy them. I don't think they give them to you. But what you'll get are these. And they're pan pastels. And they come in these containers, and you just get this deliciousness. And you have lids. Now, I put them in here and I take the lids off, but you can see some of them, obviously I kept the lids on. I probably haven't used them yet, is probably why. But I have these, and my daughter got me these. These are all the metallics. And then I have these ones. Okay, so one of the things I try to tell you guys, I try to teach you guys or to remember is when you're buying a new thing, like there's a lot of you that are new into art journaling, mixed media, such and such. And a lot of you are going out to buy acrylic paints. A lot of you don't have a lot of us don't have money to just go out and buy. So I always tell you guys, do the Roy G. Biv black white. It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, and white. And with those colors, you can achieve a lot of different colors with that. And that's a great palette to start with. It's kind of what I did here. I have my red, let's see, my orange. I have two different yellows. One's a little lighter. I have orange, yellow. I have, where'd my green go? Green. I have blue, indigo, which is purple. That's what the purples are. And then I have my white and my black. So that's kind of what we have. Then I have a few extras. Like I said, Emily bought me these for my birthday, I believe. And then I gotta have me some magenta and, you know, all those different other colors. So that's kind of where we're going to start. Now, I have different papers here. I have mixed media paper, I have Bristol, and I have cardstock. And I just want to show you very quickly what these are like going on these substrates. So it comes with these, they're called soft knife and covers. And you can see all the covers in there, and it comes with these two. I think I might have another one somewhere, but I think it has three in here, and then you get these. So you get, this is really great. Don't know the price offhand. I'd have to look it up. And then you can get these sponges. And honestly, they're like makeup sponges. But we're going to talk about alternatives in another video. Right now, I'm sticking straight with what we have. So this is another brush, a sponge, and then you get all these different sponges. So a lot of fun. So let's start with a light color. I'm going to put the metallics away, and we'll do those next. Set them over there. And let's go in with, we'll start here. Okay. So let's start with these. Now I have a little bit of yellow on here, and I'm just going to go like this, and I'm going to clean it off. But let me move you in because I want you to really see how nice this is. It's very opaque. I mean, that's really, really opaque. It's a light color, and you can't see it as good as I can. Let me see if I turn my light on here. That ain't gonna do much better. But it's a very, very pretty color. So that's how I wipe my brushes off. You can see that there's not much more coming off, and then I'll go into another color. So let's do all the colors and see. Let's go lightest to, this is white. Obviously you're not going to see white in here, but I can put white and layer it over my yellow here. And it'll lighten that up a little bit. Really nice. All right, and then let's go into this beautiful blue. Just a little bit. And this is just on cardstock. And you'll see the difference in all the papers and what it brings to the table when you do this. Now, I like working with these. These are great for a background because you can do with stencils and all that, and we'll get to that, but you can see the colors are great. Let's do some purple. And that's it. You just kind of go like this on it, and look at the great color you get. So opaque and just wonderful. And you can go back in, like if I clean this off, I'm going to go over that yellow. And you get a really cool shading. Oh, I just love it. Very, very cool. Let's do an orange. And then I'll go on to other paper. And I'm just going to get back in focus there. Come on, baby. A little bit of orange. And see how it's picking up as it goes down. Oh my God, if you would stay clear, if you would be focused. Not really doing it that good today, but here's the orange. And as you go down, it just pulls from here. And you just get this great, I don't know, like shadow effect. And you can spread it as far as you want it. So, I mean, you can see you get a lot of coverage and you get a lot of things out of the Pan Pastels. A lot of product in it. And let's do this red. And let's see how we get that. And all I do is this twice. That's it. And you can see that on there. And look. And you can do more if you want it to be darker. Look at that. That's with another swipe on it. Layering. It's great to layer with this. And we're just going to layer. And look at that gorgeous, gorgeous color. And you can see you get a little crumbs down here. You know, when you're just playing, if you're doing a mixed media background, it doesn't matter. If you're doing a painting or something like that, you know, you want to just kind of blow it off. You don't want to like touch it off, you know, like rub it with your hand or a rag because it'll make the color smear. But that, I mean, that's just a lot of fun with these. It really, really is. And then I'll just clean off my brush here, my pad. Make sure you get those edges. And then I'll be ready to go on to my next color. And that's just sampling it. That's nothing, you know, nothing major. Let's sample it on some mixed media paper. Now, mixed media paper is kind of in between watercolor paper and cardstock. It's nice and thick, obviously very thick. Oh my gosh, it's because it's white, isn't it? Yep. It's very thick and I love using it, but let's see how it works with the Pan Pastels now. I'm going to get the other palette. And let's see what we got. Here's our green and there we go. We have this nice purple. Let's use this. I'm just going to go around. And that makes, look how beautiful. That's beautiful, beautiful. And I'm just going to use this as my cleanup corner. A cleanup corner. Okay. And you can see still some red in there. It's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt nothing. And another color. Let's use our green. It's my favorite. I love green. I love that light, bright green. And you can just kind of go around it. My dog's choking right in the middle of me doing the video, which is always enjoyable. All right, and we got that green, and you can see it mixed a little bit. If you don't want it to mix, use a clean sponge, but really, it's not a big deal. And let's see the black. I'm just going to go in the black once, and let me, like if I want to do some dots. And maybe I want to outline this a little bit. See how I'm using it like a pencil or like a pen? Just to outline. And then we'll clean our black off a little bit because you know black's going to, you know, mud everything up. But you can definitely use this and keep this one for a black and then use the other one for more colors. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. But let's use some brown. See how pretty the brown is? That'd be great for doing shadows. And it's, I mean, that's on the mixed media paper, so that works great with these Pan Pastels. And then I'm going to use the metallics on Bristol paper. I love Bristol paper. I can never have enough Bristol paper. I have Bristol paper everywhere. And I love it because it's so smooth and it's almost like pastel paper. It doesn't have tooth to it like mixed media or watercolor, but it is really, it's really good. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use one of the sponges with my metallics. Okay. I know this gold is beautiful. So I'm just going to do it the same way I did with my pad. Now I'm going to have to layer this up because it's very, very light. Let's try a little bit of the gold. Yeah, that's much, much darker. All right, I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Let's try this color. What color is this? Copper. All right, so I'm going to take some copper and gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now you see you can blend it so easily, but let me show you. I'm going to take the other end. That's so shiny. Can you see that? Oh, that's delicious. So I'm going to just kind of blend this in, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to take some silver. And you can mix colors, and you can drop your sponge just like I did. All right. Okay, so let's say we're doing this, and we're like, oh no, we need more copper. Oh no, we don't want all that color there, right? All right, so I got this. I'm mushing it around. Now, this is the fun thing. Take your eraser, and it erases it. Look. So if you get a little smudgy, or you're like, you know what, I want a different color in there, it will erase it. Now I got several layers on there, so it's going to take a minute, but you can definitely see how it erases it. And then you can go in with, you know, a different color. Like I can go in with my little tool here. So you can see how smooth it works. It's really, really good. So if I take, and this is just a Bristol paper, I'm going to take this out. Easier to work on. Okay. And let's say we want to draw, we want to paint, we want to do something. So I'm going to lay this here, and I'm going to grab these. Put this back on here because I'll end up stepping on that or losing it. Okay. And then we just open up our, sometimes it gets frustrating with having like all the, now these plastic containers are great. I do like them. It's just having the room to move so you have all your colors. Sometimes I like everything just thrown in a pile, but that's just me. That doesn't, you know. So I'm going to get some of this, and I'm going to like paint a little. We're going to just do a little face just to see. I'm kind of rubbing it, and I'm going to just take a slice of that, and I'm going to make some eyes. Make her have a nose. A little lip. And then I haven't even went back for more brown yet. That's how much is on here. And then I'm just going to kind of go in and make my face. It's like using, I don't know, butter to paint with. It's awesome. All right, and then I'm going to go down and kind of do my neck. Kind of do that. And if you want to, let's say we're going to give her some green hair. And it's okay if your palette, you can see right here, my green's getting a little dirty. If my camera would stay in focus, which is driving me insane. But it's getting a little dirty, but it doesn't matter. It won't stain it. And I'm just going to kind of go in and layer on some hair. Okay. Do I want to keep her eyes shut? Do I want them open? I don't know. I'm just playing right now. But you can definitely go back in and add her some eyes, because I want to show you this. So normally, these are just so much fun to play with. Normally, what happens is when we're using this, I'm going to get a little bit more of this yellow and kind of give her neck here. It's going to smear. So whatever we use, if we're going to go to put, let's say we're doing mixed media and I want to cut her out and add her on, this is all going to smear her hair and whatnot. And that's any pastel that you use. So what they have out, and this is one way, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to play with these. This is just our wet your whistle Pan Pastels, because there's so much to teach you guys. So we have this, and they sell something, it's called SpectraFix. It's a pastel fixative. Now, I use this stuff in my mixed media. I use it with watercolors. I use it a lot. But so this is what it is. It just dropped out of my hand, I'll tell you the truth. This is what it is. I'm going to shake it for a second. And what it does, you just give it a quick, it comes in aerosol too. It's just going to fix it. Fix it there. Not going to do anything. And you can kind of use your hands if you want to kind of play a little bit. But I think one of the greatest things is having all these different sizes on here and sponges, and just to play. And you can see how all the colors kind of blend together, but they're the same kind of color family type thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. But this is going to dry for a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red, and it takes a second. I'm going to take red. I'm going to just put it kind of on the tip because I want to draw. And you can tap if you want. It'll come off, but it doesn't matter. It's all in what you like. And I'm going to give her a flower here. So I'm going to go over. And then I'm going to take, we're going to do this. See how I'm using my mat? You can use freezer paper or paper, whatever you got. I'm going to take some of them crumbs that's laying on the top and kind of lay it there. And then take some of that lighter color, white or whatever. See, I think I have glue on there though, on my mat here. But you can see it's changing color. It's going to the pink phase. And then I'm going to go in here. Yeah, it's a little lighter. I could have made it a little bit lighter with a little bit more color, but I'm not going to worry about it. Can you see that? You can see a little bit the color difference. Let's see. See how you have that little bit of color difference in there? And then, excuse me, you could take a little bit more if you want to make it a little lighter, and go in and touch around. And then a little black for inside. And then you can kind of draw, just pull it. So you have a cute little flower there. And then you can fix it again. Now let's say we want to do this. We have this down and we love her, and we want to do a mixed media background on it, right? All right, so you take your fixative, and this is one way to do it. Another video I'll show you a different way I've done it. And then you just spray it once on your little flower to fix it. And then clean off your stuff, your so you could do it right on your paper towel. If you only have one of these, just use one. Just clean it off. And you can wash it in the water. I'll tell you the next video. We'll go through all the washing and taking care of these. Mine, I ripped it, of course, but it still works. So I stuck the thing through. It still works. No big deal. All right. Stupid me was cleaning it over my painting, which whatever. It's not going to do anything. But let's now. Okay, we want to do a background. And you decide, do you want to use acrylic or do you want to even use, maybe you want to use your pan pastels. It doesn't matter. I like to do both. And what I mean by that is, let's put some, I'm going to take just white. And I know the paper is white, and that's all right. I'm just going to do a little bit there, and I'm going to get my paintbrush. And I can't find, I was just using my paper towel. I couldn't find it. All right. Now see what I'm doing here? See that we fixed it, so it's not going to, it's going to, of course, go into the phase of not staying around for me. It's going to be all fuzzy, I'm sure. So we're just going to take this white over and mute some of that out, not all of it. I cannot stand this camera today. It's really being, maybe it's this extra light. I don't know. It's not being friendly. Not being friendly. And let's do our background. What kind of background do we want? I don't know. Let's start with a dark color. I don't want it to be too dark, but I don't want it to be too light either. And I think I'm going to go with some red. What I'm going to do is start framing out my picture. I can go in and detail that later. But just taking some of this and just kind of smearing it around. This is why it's fun, if you are able to buy yourself products that you've not used before, or you're not that, I don't know, not versed in, but like, you know, like me, I want to do the whole watercolor thing. I'm obsessed with watching them do watercolors. Gina, I mean, everybody who's doing the watercolors, but Gina's piqued my interest, and that's on my radar to do. And I do have a decent watercolor kit here that I had bought years ago, and I use it for mixed media, but now I'm going to try it with the, like go in and just kind of frame out the hair there. And I'm going to try to do some. I'm not going to be fantastic at it, but I want to try it so I can learn and use the products and really get to know them, I guess, the products, which sounds very odd, but that's what I want to do. I want to know what I can do with them and work with them. I love doing mixed media, and I'm going to show you this. I love doing mixed media with the watercolor, and it's going to be, I'm going to show you with the Pan Pastel too, how much fun. And I'm doing it now. I'm mixing the acrylic with the Pan Pastel. So I'm just going to kind of go in. And because this is a transparent color, it is a teal hue, it's called. It's from Deco Art. You can see that you can still see those layers underneath, which is great. And just, you can add a little bit of water. There also is a extender you can use too. I don't have that sitting here right now. But their fluid acrylics are awesome. I am so in love with them. And you can even go in here a little bit. And we're just making our own little mixed media here, aren't we? That's it, and you just play. And like I said, with her face, I can make her have eyes. I like her kind of like that. What I would like to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my point into some black. I think I'm going to kind of outline her hair to make it stand out a little bit more. We'll see. Always best to blow. Don't smush the Pan Pastel with your hand to brush it off. And you're outlining. That's all you're doing. Look how cute. Oh, I love it. And if you want it softer, you know, you can go in and kind of blend it if you want. I kind of like that harsh line right now. I don't know why. And I think I'm going to go around the flower just a little bit, a little light touch to it, just to add a little out. I love outline stuff. I don't know why. I think because I'm just crazy. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's how quick. And we got a hard edge where our thing is, so she kind of stands out. And what I would like to do is take some yellow, maybe acrylic paint. I want this to kind of be, let me take this, to kind of be bright. I'm going to add some yellow. Oh, and then you take your stencils and use your stencils and your stamps and just go to town over this. I mean, it's that much fun and that easy. I just want to kind of throw some of this color into it on all the whites. Yeah. And that's it. We played with it. We played with our Pan Pastels. That's what she is. Now what we would do is wait for this to dry and give it a real quick spray. Again, and I'll do it all over it, even though it doesn't need it because those are permanent. Let them dry and you have your work. You have your painting. You did both on your mixed media. You're good to go. Now, if we let that dry, you can still continue to layer and layer and layer. And it's so much fun, so much fun, so much fun. So that's just a little tidbit into what we're going to be doing with the Pan Pastels. I wanted to show you guys very quickly just how wonderful, how much fun they are and how easy they are to use. And that there are several ways using pastels in general or Pan Pastels to incorporate them into your art journal or into your painting with your acrylic or watercolor. It might be an extra step to spray your fixative on it, but it does work. And it works very well. You can also use it in different ways. I'm going to have to clean off my thing and I'm going to my mat. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to use things around your house to use with the Pan Pastels and what else you can do. And that includes stencils and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be fun. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun to play with. And like I said, look how cute she came out. And then we got our first layer down for our mixed media. Then you put your stencils and your stamps and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just rubbing this on there. There's some stuff on, like some copper. Like I said, you could just sit and play. It's so much fun. And it just adds a little bit of color, a little bit more of a color to her shirt. I could sit here and play all day. But I'm not going to bore you with my fun playing times. But leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys have Pan Pastels or any type of pastels and that you guys use them. Let me know how you use them. And let me know what else you want to see. I have a nice series coming out on the Pan Pastels and the regular pastels. And like I said, water-soluble pastels, just to let you guys know what is out there. I'm also going to be having a giveaway with some water-soluble oil pastels. So keep your eye out for that. And as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. You guys rock. And I know I haven't been around for a few days, but I'm hoping to get back into it and get to going. I love all your videos. I'm watching them and I'm just soaking in all that goodness. So I love you guys so very much and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye guys.